So let's talk about. So I was in passing. I was thinking about this show, and I was thinking about rewatching the show in full. And something occurred to me while I was scrolling through the episode titles on HBO Max. There's something I think goes underlooked about season one when we discuss it, and when we talk about it, and when we talk about the love of season one. And that's the genius of placing the episodes where they need to be placed, or having certain episodes that can be played outside of the season. Now, in order to get what I mean, we got to kind of go back and understand the TV model. So, when animation or cartoons were made for television and they would play on television, one of the things you had to think about was that the consistency of having the episodes out when they're in sequential order. Having the episodes out in sequential order is not always going to happen. You're going to have episodes that air out of order or at random in passing. So you're never going to have it's not always going to be in order. So you making the show, you have to think about that. And I think that's something that was to the benefit of really all shows when they were airing on television, is that the writers would be able to make episodes that can be played out of order, but still give you something, still give you a mini story. Now it's better currently with the streaming era, where we can get a more consistent story for each episode, where you have to watch each episode sequentially. But I think a reason people love season one of Young Justice so much is that there's so many episodes looking back in that first season that are really just little character vignettes that you can watch and latch onto. And I don't know if that was on purpose, but it does seem like that, because I do remember when Young Justice was airing, or shortly after it got taken off air the first time, they had these little like DC character vignettes. There was a Green Arrow one. I think there was a Catwoman one that I don't think that one played on Cartoon Network, but there were these little 10-minute little shorts that they would play in between episodes or in between blocks of show. So I think that's what a lot of people latch onto for season one. Hold on, let me pull up the episodes here. The episode that made me think about this is actually one of my favorite episodes. It's Cold Hearted from season one, where Wally's trying to get the heart to, I believe, what would later become Terra. Yeah, Cold Hearted. That's easily like one a top three episode for me. Looking through the season again here, you have a bunch of episodes like that. One of my second favorite episodes is Homefront with Artemis and Robin. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know how YouTube feels about names. But yeah, where Artemis and Robin are trapped inside the base with, I believe, well, if you haven't watched the show, obviously, I've already spoiled one of the episodes, but it's almost a 20-year-old show, closing in on a 20-year-old show. So, spoiler warning. Homefront, where Artemis and uh, Robin are stuck in the base with the living tornado clones or other elementals. Episodes like that, but also I think one of people's favorite episodes, Failsafe, Burfitt, which I believe both of those are Miss Martian censored episodes. Downtime, Denial, Infiltrator. All of these are episodes that can be played in isolation, that are character driven, and I think that also adds to the narrative of that season, where Speedy is trying to find the mole in the team and trying to kind of gauge all these different members to see who's actually betraying them, which again, spoiler warning, ironically is him unknowingly. But yeah, doing that allows you to have these episodes where they're a testament to the character. Cold Hearted is a testament to Wally's determination to help people. Burfitt and Failsafe is a testament to Miss Martian's fears. Homefront is a testament to how well Artemis can work with the team. Things like that. I think that goes under noted when we discuss season one and season one's love overall. And I'd argue that these episodes can be rewatched outside of the season. You can rewatch those episodes and still have the love of the show without actually rewatching the season and picking up on all the different narrative plots or narrative beats. And I think that's why I'm not going to say it's the main reason because season 1 is amazing, but I think that's why a lot of people love that season is because those are episodes that they can go back to and have gone back to and fallen in love with the show all over again. And I think that's something that was lost as the seasons went on, except for season 4. Season 4, I think, had that to a larger scale. Instead of it being an episode, it was 4 episodes. It was blocks of the season. And I think that worked well, but what that was missing was that throughput of, oh, all of this is connected narratively. Again, season 1, you had the narrative of somebody in the team is not who they say they are, so we're going to get to know these characters. And with season 4, even though I love those different blocks, there's no, at least I don't remember, there's no narrative throughput to see how they connect. Why are we spending so much time with these characters now, especially since we already know them? I think the best one of the bunch is actually Artemis's, because we get to see a lot more with her as she's dealing with things that kind of have been stewing since the end of that second season. Also think that it helps that with season 1, it is a season 1, and for most shows, not having the expectations of a previous season on their backs, or also not having super high fan expectations, I think was to the benefit of the season. People got to treat it as something new and not something that's continuing or has this certain level or standard that they have to adhere to. Even though I think if you scrap Young Justice from the psyche of everyone in 2010 and redropped it now, it would probably be under a more tuned microscope, just because the fandom has grown so much and we've seen different projects at this point. But yeah, I think that's something that goes under noticed with season 1 is just how well it was structured overall, and not just from a narrative standpoint, but from a marketing standpoint. And when I say marketing, how they put the episodes out on TV. They could play, even though Cold Hearted comes after Failsafe, they could play a Cold Hearted before Failsafe, and you can still get the character driven emotions that you're supposed to garner from those episodes and still be okay with the narrative structure. I think again, it's been a minute since I fully watched the show, but yeah, that's something I think season 1 does well and is should be regarded about season 1 that I don't think is mentioned as often as it should be. Now I'm scrolling through season 2. I'm pretty sure there's character driven episodes. I don't think they're as much of a standout. Like the one that comes to mind, I forget the name of the episode, is the one where it's focusing on Speedy or Red Arrow, the true Red Arrow, or Arsenal at this point in his psyche and what he's dealing with. That's the one that stands out that's purely character driven. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch them. But for me, it was mainly for season 2, even though it's my favorite season, it was mainly plot driven, plot heavy. If you missed the episode, you missed something. And I remember that being a thing, being a kid when I was watching, because at that point, for whatever reason, all of the networks were messing with the orders. There were certain episodes were airing at 8 in the morning and all this other crazy stuff. But that's what I think I remember most about season 1 is that there's so many good character episodes and it fits narratively with what they're trying to do. And I hate to keep reiterating that, but once I rewatch it with this frame of mind, I think I'm going to notice it more. And that's another reason I wish season 4 had the time and budget to actually make something great, because they followed that same structure with the character based blocks this time instead of the episodes. But yeah, this was just a quick chat about season 1 and why I think a lot of people love season 1, on top of it just being a good season of television. Sorry if I rambled a lot as well, but yeah, if you like this type of video where I'll just kind of sit back and ramble and rant as per the name, let me know and I'll get more videos out where I just kind of give my thoughts. Now, I did do this video with a more structured script. It was not working though. it didn't sound good, and then I finished it and it was like 6 minutes long. So if you prefer more structured videos, let me know. Or if you prefer these kind of casual videos, let me know. Sub for more videos or sub for more content like this. And let me know in the comment section what you would like to see going forward. I do have some more videos that I think are going to be more structured. I want to be more structured. But I have to figure out the mic settings. I don't know how this sounds. I don't have my headphones plugged in, but yeah. See ya.